What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, and I'm back at y'all with another one. So, we got some bizarre news, man. Bizarre news. As we know, David Benavidez, the Mexican Ecuadorian monster, 2-division world champion, superstar boxer who is top 10 undefeated pound-for-pound fighters in the world. He's going to fight Zurdo Ramirez to become a 3-division world champion at cruiserweight, 200 pounds, May 2nd. With that said, David Benavidez had a little going back and forth with first ballot Hall of Famer once he retires, 4-division world champion, former unified super featherweight, and reigning WBO junior welterweight world champion, superstar boxer Shakur Stevenson, because David Benavidez did an interview or a sit down with King Ryan Garcia, newly crowned WBC welterweight world champion. And Ryan Garcia and Shakur Stevenson have been going back and forth regarding a possible showdown. Now, Shakur just made his debut at 140, and Ryan Garcia just became world champion at 147. And Shakur says that, you know, if we make the fight, it'll be a catchweight 144 or at 140. Ryan initially said he could make 140 to fight for Shakur belt, then he reneged. Nonetheless, due to all of this going on, David Benavidez is asked about his weight, right? Because Shakur said, I'll go up to 147 when David Benavidez goes up to heavyweight and fight Alexander Usyk. Now, David Benavidez reveals that he has a major weight cut, that he cuts before every fight 50 pounds, at least 50 pounds. That's not healthy. That means he's yo-yoing his body. Let's say he fights twice a year, 6 months out of the year. That's not healthy. That's going to have long-term health effects on David Benavidez and his body and his brain. He says that once he signs the contract, it gives him enough time out that he can lose 20 pounds before he starts training camp. Then he says during training camp, he's going to lose 20 pounds. And then fight week, he's going to lose the extra 10 pounds. That's not healthy. That means to fight at 175, David Benavidez is walking around at 230 pounds, 225 pounds. He's heavier than Alexander Usyk. Usyk fights at 230 at heavyweight. So he don't have to cut weight. He's in camp. He's probably going to stay. Usyk is probably going to be around 240 walking around, because he's going to, by default, just being in training camp and working out and eating healthy, he's going to lose probably 10 pounds in training camp in 2 months, right? Because he's going to run, he's going to swim, he's going to do cardio, he's going to hit the heavy bag, he ain't going to eat junk food, he's going to eat clean. So by default, he'll lose 10 pounds. So let's say he walk around at 240. Deontay Wilder fights at 232. Anthony Joshua fought Jake Paul, he was 240. Right? You think about this. David Benavidez is bigger than Muhammad Ali and George Foreman. George Foreman is 6'3", 225. Muhammad Ali, 6'3", 220. Mike Tyson, 5'11", 220, 225. He walking around heavier than these dudes and fighting at 175. He got to get better discipline, because that's going to hurt him in the long run, his health. I know he had issues when he was a kid dealing with his weight, and that's why he really indulged in boxing to begin with. David Benavidez is not going to be able to sustain that. It's discipline. You just have to have discipline and control. That's scary. 50 pounds before every fight. Like, after you fight, let's say he's going to fight May 2nd, just control your eating habits, control your weight. Just stay disciplined. He don't have to stay 175 or 200 pounds, right? You get ready to fight at cruiserweight, 200 pounds, right? Make sure you don't gain more than 7 to 10 pounds. That's not hard. That's not hard. Have cheap foods once on the weekends, right? To maintain it. Let's say Monday through Friday, you eat clean, right? You don't have to be overly strict, but just eat clean, right? Eat chicken, grilled chicken, you know what I'm saying? Baked chicken, white rice. You're going to eat rice, vegetables. Keep it clean. Have your 200 grams of protein that's going to keep you full throughout the day. And it's going to curb your appetite. And then, just watch your carb intake. And then on the weekends, you can eat freely. You'll maintain the weight. He'll maintain the weight. Hey, that's. I knew he had to cut weight, and I knew he was big, but I didn't know it was that bad. I mean, I saw the videos. I saw bro, long term on your health. On top of that, you sparring, you taking punches. You gotta. I always say this. You got kids, and people always say this. Man, for my kids, I'll die for my kids. How about live for them? That's where the ultimate sacrifice is. That's where the ultimate sacrifice comes from. Living for them. Because see, how many times in a lifetime do you have to actually put your life on the line for your kids or your family? But you got to live every day. You got to make a sacrifice to live every day. You got to make a choice to live every day. See what I'm saying? How many times you going to be put in a position where it's your life or theirs throughout a lifetime? Might not never. But you got a choice to live for them every single day. You got to live for them, man. And you're already in a brutal sport that's taxing on your health. Got to live for them, man. Got to live for them. That's where the sacrifice come in. See, because now you got to make a conscious choice. Am I going to eat this honey bun? Am I going to eat this pizza, this McDonald's, this fried chicken? Right? That's where the sacrifice come in. Nah, I got to live for my kids. I ain't going to eat that. I'm going to make healthier choices. I'm going to sacrifice. Yeah, I want to. I want to eat M&Ms. I want to eat potato chips. I want to eat ice cream. But the sacrifice for living for them is saying, no, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to make a healthy choice. Let me get that watermelon. Let me get the blueberries. Let me get the Greek yogurt. Let me get the pineapples. Let me get the apple. That's where the sacrifice come in. It's easy to say you'll die for your kids because you ain't gonna be in that position, may not never be in that position. But will you live for them and live for your family, live for your wife and your significant other? That's the thing. But let me know what y'all think, man. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. It's your boy Blue signing off. Make sure y'all hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Make sure y'all hit the thumbs up button, man. It's your boy Blue signing off. I'm gone. Peace.